Are you feeling constantly stressed out, maybe wired and tired at the same time? What if I told you there's a sneaky hormone behind that frazzled feeling, and you can tame it? Today we're talking about cortisol, your body's main stress hormone. Stick around because in the next few minutes, I'm going to share 5 simple, science-backed ways to lower your cortisol levels and finally feel like yourself again. By the end of this video, you'll have a game plan to stress less, sleep better, and smile more. Let's dive in. What is cortisol? Alright, first things first. What exactly is cortisol? Cortisol is often called the stress hormone. It's made by your adrenal glands, which sit on top of your kidneys, and it's basically your body's built-in alarm system. When you face a challenge, whether it's an upcoming exam, a work deadline, or even heavy traffic, your brain yells emergency, and cortisol is released. In small doses, cortisol is actually helpful. It gives you a burst of energy, keeps you alert, and even helps control inflammation. It's one reason you wake up in the morning. Cortisol is naturally highest when you wake up to get you going. But if you're under chronic stress, your body might be pumping out cortisol all the time, and that's when trouble starts. High cortisol 24/7 can make you feel anxious, mess with your sleep, and even lead to issues like weight gain. Ever notice stress tends to add fat around the belly? High blood pressure, or a weaker immune system? Not fun. Essentially, imagine your stress response is a fire alarm. Cortisol is the alarm bell. If it's always blaring, it wears you down. The good news? You can turn down the volume on this alarm. Let's talk about how to do that in 5 effective ways you can start today. Method 1. Practice mindfulness and breathing. Take a deep breath with me real quick, in and out. Feel a tiny bit calmer? Mindfulness practices like meditation, deep breathing, or yoga are basically kryptonite to high cortisol. Why? They activate your body's rest and digest system, the parasympathetic nervous system, which lowers that stress response. In fact, researchers have found that regular meditation can physically lower your cortisol levels. One study even showed about a 25% drop in cortisol after a few months of consistent meditation practice. That's huge. And here's the thing, you don't have to become a monk or sit cross-legged for hours. Start with just 5 minutes a day. You can try a simple breathing exercise like the 4-7-8 technique. Inhale for 4 seconds, hold 7, exhale 8, or use a guided meditation app. Not into silent meditation? No worries. Even yoga or Tai Chi count, because they combine gentle movement with mindful breathing. One Reddit user shared that walking meditation, just focusing on the sensation of walking, helped them more than sitting still. The key is finding some way to give your mind a break. Personally, I used to think meditation isn't for me. My mind won't shut up. But when I finally tried a short guided breathing exercise during a super stressful week, it was like hitting a reset button on my brain. I felt noticeably calmer and less on edge. And science backs this up. Mindfulness literally trains your brain to handle stress better. It can even make you feel happier and more in control. So, whether it's deep breaths in the car, a 10-minute mindfulness meditation in the morning, or a relaxing yoga class, give yourself permission to pause. Your cortisol will thank you. Method 2. Get moving exercise. Pop quiz. What's one of the best and free stress relievers available? Exercise. I know, when you're tired and stressed, it can be hard to drag yourself off the couch. But here's the cool paradox. Physical activity actually lowers your stress hormones. Harvard Medical School says exercise reduces levels of cortisol and adrenaline, the fight-or-flight hormone, while pumping up endorphins, those wonderful feel-good brain chemicals that make you happier. Ever hear of a runner's high? That's endorphins in action, baby. You don't have to be a marathoner to get the benefits, though. Find an activity you enjoy, dancing in your room, going for a brisk walk, biking, swimming, yoga, anything that gets your body moving. In fact, one person on Reddit wrote, "Walking is very effective, more than any other exercise. It does wonders. And I couldn't agree more. A simple 20-minute walk outside can clear your mind and lower your cortisol. If the gym is your thing, great, but even gentle movement helps. The trick is consistency. Aim for something active most days, even if it's just a quick stroll or stretching session. Now, a quick note. Extremely intense workouts like hardcore HIIT every day can spike cortisol temporarily, since your body sees super intense exercise as a form of stress. If you're already burned out, you might favor moderate exercise or something like yoga on particularly stressful days. But overall, regular exercise trains your body to handle stress better. It's like a pressure valve, releasing tension and anxiety. I remember back in college, I was freaking out during finals until I started jogging each morning. That sweat session became my therapy. I'd come back feeling calmer and more focused. There's even research that people who exercise regularly have lower resting cortisol levels than sedentary folks. And get this, exercise can be fun if you choose things you love. Try group sports for social time, 2 stress-busting bonuses in 1. Or blast your favorite music and have a private dance party. The bottom line, when stress hits, move your body. Even if you start with just a walk around the block, you'll likely return feeling a little lighter, both in body and mind. Method 3. Prioritize quality sleep. Ever notice how everything feels 10 times more stressful after a lousy night's sleep? That's not a coincidence. Sleep and cortisol are a two-way street. Normally, cortisol is highest in the morning to help you wake up. Then it fades to its lowest point at night so you can go to sleep. But if you're skimping on sleep or pulling all-nighters, that rhythm goes haywire. In fact, studies show that even one night of partial sleep deprivation can make your cortisol levels skyrocket. One study found about a 40% increase in cortisol the next evening after people got only a few hours of sleep. No wonder you feel terrible after staying up too late. High cortisol then makes it harder to sleep, and it becomes a vicious cycle. Insomnia raises cortisol, and high cortisol causes more insomnia. Yikes. So, method 3 is simple on paper, though not always easy in practice. Get enough sleep. For most adults, that means 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep per night. When you consistently get good sleep, you're basically doing a nightly cortisol reset, letting your levels drop so you can recharge. Ever wake up after a great sleep and feel like a new person? That's the magic of cortisol under control. And hey, don't feel guilty about prioritizing sleep. It's literally healing for your brain and body. If you need an excuse to get to bed earlier, consider this your official permission. Consistent quality sleep will seriously tame that cortisol roller coaster, and you'll handle each day's stress so much better when you're well rested. Method 4. Eat right and stay hydrated. You are what you eat isn't just an old saying. When it comes to stress, what you put in your body can either crank your cortisol up or help bring it down. So let's talk nutrition and hydration. First, hydration. Believe it or not, even mild dehydration can raise your cortisol. According to nutrition experts, being just half a liter low on water, that's like one typical water bottle, causes cortisol to increase. Essentially, your body senses dehydration as a stress. So one of the simplest things you can do to calm your system is drink enough water throughout the day. Keep a water bottle with you as a reminder. Sipping water equals sipping stress away. If you notice you're frazzled and haven't had a drink in a while, pause and hydrate. It's like giving your body a sigh of relief. Now, onto food. What you eat can affect your cortisol and overall stress resilience in big ways. The goal is to nourish your body with steady, balanced nutrition. Think whole foods, plenty of veggies and fruits, lean proteins, healthy fats. Avoiding extreme blood sugar spikes and crashes will prevent triggering more cortisol. For example, ever feel shaky and anxious when you're super hungry or after a sugar binge? That's your hormones swinging, including cortisol. So, try to eat regular meals and include protein and fiber to keep your blood sugar stable. Translation: don't survive on coffee and donuts. That sets you up for a cortisol crash later. Instead, maybe have some oatmeal with berries and nuts in the morning for stable energy. Or grab a banana with peanut butter for a snack instead of candy. Okay, now for a fun tip. Dark chocolate. Yes, you heard right. Chocolate can help you chill out. But I'm talking about dark chocolate 70% cocoa or higher, not a sugary milk chocolate bar. Dark chocolate is rich in polyphenols, which are antioxidants that, according to some research, can actually lower cortisol. Plus, eating a bit of chocolate releases endorphins and just makes you happy, right? One study found that people who ate a small amount of dark chocolate each day saw a reduction in their stress hormones and reported feeling less stressed. So, go ahead and enjoy a couple squares of high-quality dark chocolate as an afternoon pick-me-up. It's basically stress relief in yummy form. Just keep portions reasonable, like 1 to 2 small squares, because too much sugar fat in one go might upset your stomach or mood. Method 5. Connect with others and laugh more. When we're stressed, many of us tend to withdraw or feel isolated. But connecting with others is one of the most powerful stress buffers out there. We humans are social creatures. Support, love, and even just venting to a friend can significantly lower cortisol levels. Ever had a horrible day, then talked to someone who understood you and suddenly felt the weight lift off your shoulders? That's the magic of social support. Emotional hugs are great, but real hugs are even better. Psychologists say that a 20-second hug with someone you care about releases a surge of oxytocin, the love hormone, which reduces cortisol and makes you feel safe and calm. So yes, one of the easiest home remedies for stress is to hug a loved one or even a pet for a good few moments. Science says it truly helps. Speaking of pets, don't underestimate them. If you have a dog or cat, spend some quality time cuddling or playing with them when you feel stressed. A study at Washington State University found that just 10 minutes of petting a friendly dog or cat led to a significant drop in cortisol in college students. Animals offer unconditional love and zero judgment. Plus, focusing on their cute antics can pull you out of your stress spiral. No pet? Consider visiting a friend's pet, or even watching some funny animal videos. Anything to spark joy and relaxation. Now, beyond physical hugs and pets, simply talking can be a huge relief. Whether it's calling a friend, joining a supportive online community, or seeing a therapist, sharing what you feel, and knowing you're not alone can dramatically ease stress. Sometimes even writing in a journal or chatting with peers on forums like those Reddit stories we mentioned can provide an emotional release. Don't bottle it up. As the saying goes, a problem shared is a problem halved. And we can't forget the power of laughter and fun. It might seem obvious, but it's worth saying. Laughter is truly good medicine. When you laugh, you release endorphins and lower cortisol. One tip: keep a playlist of your favorite funny videos or comedy shows for when you're feeling down. I have a few go-to silly YouTube clips that never fail to crack me up. After a solid laugh, I can almost feel the tension leaving my body. Even forcing a smile or doing a little goofy dance when you're stressed can trick your brain into feeling better. Sounds crazy, but try it. Incorporate bits of play into your life. Maybe it's a hobby, like painting, playing a sport with friends, cooking a new recipe, or having a game night. These joyful activities act as pattern interrupts for stress, pulling you out of worry mode and into the moment. Another aspect of connecting is community and compassion. Doing something kind for someone else, volunteering, helping a friend, or even just complimenting a stranger can actually reduce your stress too. It shifts your focus outward and often puts your own worries into perspective. Plus, positive social interactions boost oxytocin, there it is again, the cuddle hormone, and make us feel more secure. By now, we've covered a lot. Let's quickly recap our 5 cortisol-crushing strategies. 1. Practice mindfulness and deep breathing to calm your mind. 2. Get regular exercise to burn off stress and boost endorphins. 3. Prioritize good sleep so your body can recover and reset. 4. Nourish and hydrate yourself while cutting back on the stuff that secretly stresses your body, like excess sugar, caffeine, and junk food. And 5. Connect with others and find moments of joy and laughter to naturally relieve stress. Lastly, be kind to yourself. Reducing stress isn't an overnight thing, and we all slip up. If you have a bad day where you stress eat a pint of ice cream at midnight after scrolling doom and gloom news, it's okay. The goal is progress, not perfection. Celebrate the small wins, like choosing to meditate instead of having that extra drink, or calling a friend instead of bottling up your worry. Every positive choice sends a signal to your body that, hey, we're safe, you can relax now. Over time, your cortisol levels will follow that lead. I hope you found these tips helpful and feel empowered to take control of your stress. You deserve to feel calm, balanced, and healthy. If you enjoyed this video and want more science-backed lifestyle tips, please hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. It really supports what we do here.